Hi, so today I want to go over the settings in Calendly because they're very important in order to get people to actually show up on the call. So first of all, here in Calendly, of course you can use any other kind of calendar also, but a lot of people or coaches are using Calendly, but it just keeps some of the same rules in mind for other calendars. So first of all, I want to show you the settings. We have, of course, all these different kind of booking links. If you have the free version, you can only have one booking link, but that's just fine. But it's mostly just the settings that I want to show you. So let's jump into one of them. So of course you can give it a name, you can have a duration, so how long is the call? And I have mine set to 30 minutes, even though my calls are usually longer, but it's just to give the prospect the feeling that it's not going to take a lot of time. Usually it's no problem. Usually people have more time. But we just tell them it's 30 minutes. Sometimes it can happen that they don't have more time, then we can schedule another call, but it's actually very seldom. So it feels easier for them to book a call when it's just half an hour instead of saying, "Do you have an hour to talk to me?" That's a big commitment because people's time is also valuable. So I just have it set for 30 minutes, and then we have it, of course, we have to have it connected to Zoom, or you can also use other things like Meet, or there's different kind of apps where you can have the calls on. I use Zoom, and I recommend that, but the other ones are probably also fine. Then you can set your availability. Of course, you do that in here in your calendar. We can go to that later. So yeah, that is all already set in the calendar here, so I'm not going to touch that here. And then we go to, yeah, host is me. So then we go to more options. Here you can have description. You can have a little bit of text about what the call is about. This is a free consultation call to see if we can help you achieve all your goals in your life and business. We do this by helping you grow your business at first. So you don't have to have anything in here, but you can if you want to. And then we have limits and buffers. And this is pretty important actually because I have my call only scheduled for 30 minutes and I know it's usually going to be at least 45 minutes. So therefore I set a buffer so that the calls can be booked right after each other. So if I have no buffer, then people will be able to book a call right after each other with no space between. So I have a buffer here. You can have a buffer before and you can have a buffer after. I just have a buffer after, but a pretty long one. So it's half an hour. So that means that I actually have a whole hour for the call. Because nobody can book in until after an hour because I have that buffer put in. Then you can set limits also. So if you don't want to take more than 2 or 3 calls a day, whatever you want to do, then you can put a limit on it. So you can still have your whole entire day open, so people have options to choose the best time that suits them. But you don't want to maybe take 10 calls a day, so you can set a limit so that once you have maybe 4 or 5 bookings, 4 or 5 calls booked, then people will not be able to book anymore that day. Um, yeah, then we have free and busy rules. Um, Allow invitees to book over selected meetings on your connected calendar. So that's if you have several calendars connected and you can allow them to book over each other and stuff like that. I don't have that. I think it's a little complicated. Booking page options. So this is just the name of my link. It's in the front part is called, you can change that. It's called calendly.com/Birgitte Juul Simonsen / and there you can give it the last part of the link and name. Mine is just called Demo Call Coaching. And then you can set the start time increments. So you can allow people to book every 5 minutes, 5 minutes after the buffer, for instance, because it's never going to book for when the buffer is there and also when you have a call booked, but you can have it to allow it to book 5 minutes after, or 10 or 15, 20, 30, 45, 60, or customize it. But the thing is that if you have a buffer of 30 and you allow people to book, let's say 15 minutes after, then you can actually have a 45-minute buffer. So I have it for 30, so people can only book at a whole hour and at 30, like 12 o'clock and 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30. So I don't have these awkward times. That also means that I don't kind of waste any time because I have the buffer put in. So that is 30 minutes and 30 minutes for the call. So that's an hour that is put for that. If I allow people to also book every 15 minutes, then sometimes I'll have a 45 minutes buffer. Well, it may not matter to you, but if you want to take as many calls as possible, then that can be a little bit wasteful of your time. And then you have the time zone display. That is awesome, an awesome thing in Zoom, I think, because you can set it to automatically detect and show the times in your invitees' time zone. So it's shown in their time zone, and at my side is shown in mine. So there's no confusion around that. So that is one of the best things about using this booking calendar, I think. But you can also log it to a time zone. Then we have the invitee form. That is also very important. So that's where you can ask questions. And of course, we want to ask a name and email. That's standard. You can also ask first name, last name, and email. So I just have it for name and email. You can even have it set for autofill invitee names and email and text reminder, phone number. Then you can allow them to add guests. So if they want to have someone else to join the meeting also, you can allow that. And then you can have text message workflow, so you can send text reminders as well as email reminders. Calendly sends automatically, I think, 1 email reminder or 2 on the free plan, and when you have a paid plan, then you can set up to send a lot more email reminders and also text reminders, but then you of course need the telephone number. And then you have your questions, and you're allowed to have 10 questions, which is very, very important because it gives us a good idea of who the prospect is who's booking the call. So question, of course, the questions I have, you can have your own, of course. I have, what made you book this call? And then you can also click required. So you can make it that they have to answer it or they can skip it. So, but I have that one required. And the answer is multiple lines. You can set it to buttons, checkboxes, drop down, or phone number even. So this one just makes sense with multiple lines. It's turned on. Question 2. Please share anything that will help prepare for our meeting, like what kind of coach are you? Please share your main social media profiles and website. So those are my questions, but I don't have it as required because the more things that you require, the more people are not going to want to fill it out, and they're just going to bounce. They're going to jump away. So the less things you ask for, the more bookings you'll get. The more things you ask for, the more targeted and interested people you'll get. But if you have a very hard time getting bookings, then you don't want to scare people away. Then you just want to take people without any questions, actually, and just also to learn to get to know your target audience and get to learn a sales call. So in the beginning, I don't recommend having any questions except name and email address. Can have one short little question, but really make it very, very simple for them. But if you want to kind of filter people out who are not a good fit, or you want to get a higher quality lead, then you can ask more questions. So I have that on also on multiple lines. And then third question is, we teach you how to get clients predictably and for free. Is this of interest to you? So I have this because this is for my coaching offer, and I also have another one that is for my appointment setting offer, because I have two offers. So I want to make sure that they know that this is for the coaching offer. Sometimes they misunderstand it anyway. And my appointment setters, they make sure to send the correct link for the correct person. But still have it in here to make sure. And it's required also in my case. And here I just need a yes and no answer, so I just have check boxes, yes or no. You can also, I also have included other, so people can, there's a little box where people can write something if it's not a yes or no. They can write maybe if they want to. And then question 4, where are you now with your business, for example, financially? So I think that that's also very good to know for me before I jump on the call. Where are they at in their business? Are they a startup? Don't they have clients? Don't they have a business at all? Or are they already advanced and just want to scale? That's pretty good to know in the beginning. It's not required though for me. With multiple lines. And then we have question 5. Then I go actually into some of the questions that I'm also going to ask on the call. And by the way, also these questions here, you can ask them again on the call. It's not like that because they filled them out here that you can't ask them on the call. Actually, you should ask them on the call because you want people to express it. When people are expressing things, when they're saying it out loud, it really manifests in their brain a lot more. So it is important to get them to say these things like, "What are your dreams for your business?" So I have multiple lines here also, and especially this one: what is holding you back from achieving your goals and dreams? That is also very important to ask on your sales call. And number 7, when do you want to start fixing the problem that is holding you back from achieving your goals and dreams? So I have some really pretty hard questions, but that's because I don't have a problem getting leads. So if it's hard for you to get leads, don't ask so hard questions. And then I also have, how long did you struggle with the problem holding you back from achieving your goals and dreams? Then I have, are you ready and able to invest to get clients? That's also a very tough question, but I never ask how much money they have. I think that's too hard. Some people do that, but you will filter out a lot of people. So that's only if you can afford to lose some. And then last question, number 10. If you can't make it to our meeting, will you please reschedule or cancel as far in advance as you can? Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to meeting you. So that's just a nice little message. Asking them politely if they will reschedule or cancel if they can't make it. So this is a very good one because it is kind of annoying to sit there and wait for people and they don't show up. It still happens, but a lot of times people, they do respect my time and they cancel or reschedule or write me an email. Sometimes they just write me an email and says I can't make it or so. So, and I got this one as required as well. So, and then you can actually ask for payment, but I don't do that because it's like a discovery call. Notifications and workflows. So here's all the reminders that you can send to people to remind them of the call. So there's email reminders. Let me see what it says. We can edit it. So now we're into the workflows. So this one is sent out 24 hours before the event starts. So I have both email and text. Let's see. So there's a lot of different options. You can have emails sent out when new event is booked. They get that also before the event starts, when the event starts, when the event is scheduled, when it ends, and when it's canceled. All these things I get actually. Let's go back. Yeah, here they are. You can see them. So these are all the different kind of calls, links that I have set up. So it sends email reminders to invitee 24 hours before the event starts with all my calls. That's when it happens, and this is what it does. So 24 hours before the event starts, it sends email and it sends a text. And here again, also 24, this is 24 hours before, and this is 24 minutes before the event starts. Again, email and text. And then I also have a thank you email, and that's only an email. So 30 minutes after the event is a thank you email. And Calendly already has something set up. You can change it, how you want your emails to look like and your text, but actually the default, what they have is pretty good. Let's see what it says. So it's sent from my email, greatestmarketingagency@gmail.com. Choose a template custom. There's a lot of different templates, additional resources, feedback survey, reconfirmation, reminder, request follow-up, thank you. So this is a reminder, event name. So it puts in the name of the event by automatically with event organizer name. So that's my name, and at the event time and on the date. That's what it does automatically. So it says, hi, full name. This is a friendly reminder that you're this and this event with this organizer is at this time on this date. Please attend on your PC as I will share my screen and give you a presentation of what we do. This is what I wrote. Please check out our website and testimonials here. So then I put in our website testimonials, and then it has the location, so that is Zoom, and the event description and questions and answers. And then you can include reconfirmation button, pretty important. Then they can add it to their calendar. And you include cancel and rescheduling links. That's also important if they want to do that. And the cancellation policy. So let's see what the text says. So the text says, hi, first name, just a reminder that this event is at this date, at this time. Event organizer name via Calendly, and then it has my testimonials again, because there was very limited space. So that was it. I think we covered everything in the how to set up the event types or the questions and stuff. Let me see. Confirmation. Yeah, let me show you the confirmation page also. Because after they book, this is what they see then. Then they'll see confirmation, a booking confirmation page. And I have here, please check our testimonials here. That's what I wrote. And then the link to the testimonial so they can check that out before the call. That's very beneficial. And then now we can go and look at the booking or how to set up when you are available. So we have the calendar here. You can have working hours default, or you can have a create schedule. I don't really use that. You can also have it in list format, whatever you like. So then you just go in here, you click on a day, then you click edit. You can also reset to weekly hours. So that's if you have already set up weekly hours, so if it's the same every day. But I have different times every day, so I click edit, and here you can just add in any time here that you want, when your availability starts and when it ends. And the good thing about this is that when you set it to have availability ending at 2200, so 10 p.m. at night, it's not that the last booking will be able to book at 10 p.m. The last booking will be able to book at 9:30 p.m. so that because it's a 30-minute call, so it will be finished at 10 p.m. Because Calendly doesn't know that sometimes it goes longer. And the good thing about this is if you have like the same times that you're available on, for instance, here Wednesday, then you can set the times. You can just click all the buttons and you can, or several days, any days where you have this time available, you can click that. And also several months, so it's actually pretty fast to fill out. So that was the most important things. There was one very important thing actually I wanted to show you. This one, availability. You should only have your availability 3 to 4 weekdays or days out in the future, because if you allow people to book more than 4 days out, there's a much higher chance or possibility that they will not show up because they forget, or they're not interested anymore, or they find another solution. So it is very important, even though you may be able to book out longer, it's not worth it because you get so many people who don't show up, so you're just wasting your time sitting there waiting for them. I learned that the hard way. So remember that here under availability, only 4 weekdays out. You can have it if you want to work in the weekend. Also, you can have 4 calendar days. So then they're also gonna be able to book in the weekend. Or you can set it for within a date range or indefinitely. But of course, we don't want to do that unless it's. I do have another link that is more for other meetings, like a podcast or something like that. I know that they're not gonna ghost me, so I can give them that, and they can book a time with me anytime longer out in the future. So that was it. Hope it makes sense. Message me if you have any questions, and see you in the next one.